Hey, I have to tell you something that maybe you already know. I've fallen in love.
With?
It's happened.
Go ahead, tell me.
I've fallen in love with a small town. Actually, I don't even know if it's small. It's across the river, and it's called New Albany.
I know. I think we're all like loving on what's happening in New Albany. There's so much there.
Every time I go over there, I find a new restaurant, a new concert. It's just so much going on.
Yeah, it's easy to kind of fall in love with that area of southern Indiana. And for this next segment, we're going to talk about one of the biggest events to hit the streets of New Albany. Joining us today is Casey Daly from Harvest Homecoming Festival, a week-long celebration that happens every fall, and it celebrates everything that New Albany has to offer. Hey, Casey, we just sing your all's praises so much. We know that you love that.
Yes, we do. Thank you. We love all the support from the community and the local businesses. That is why we have Harvest Homecoming.
Well, for those people that may not be familiar, that know some of the history behind Harvest Homecoming, you guys are back this year after taking a break. Tell us about the long history.
So this is technically the 53rd year that we have had the festival. We have had it consecutively every year except for last year. So it was a bit of a debate if this was the 53rd or 54th year, but technically we went with the 53rd year. So our theme this year is Roaring 20s. It was meant for 2020, but we're still going to celebrate it in 2021. So it's everything 20s, flappers, feathers, headbands, all of the fun pearls. So it kicks off on this Saturday with the parade in downtown New Albany at 3 p.m. It kicks off at New Albany High School, and that is really the big event that we host that really kind of kicks off the activities for the entire week.
So this isn't your average festival. We know that. There's so many different events happening over the course of the next 7 days. Can you walk us through some of the favorites and what might be new this year?
Yeah, of course. Some of our favorite events have changed or look a little different this year just because of COVID. So I think it's important to address some of those. We had to cancel or postpone a few of those events just because of the tinted rules or the cost of lumber. So I'm specifically referring to the luncheon because it was a tinted event. We had to postpone that this year. And then the pumpkin chunkin', which is one of my all-time favorites. The cost of lumber was just so high that we didn't feel like it was appropriate to ask people to spend that kind of money on lumber to build the catapult. And then the baking contest, and that one's for obvious reasons, just due to COVID. But as far as everything else goes, we are still hosting the event. Everything is kicking off like normal. So yeah, we have like 30 plus events, and they are happening all week long. We have this beautiful brochure that we create every year that you can find in downtown businesses, and it literally lists every single event, the location, the time, the date, the details. And then we also have a really detailed calendar of events on our website. If you have any questions on all the events, there are way too many for me to list them all.
And you mentioned kind of the COVID factor and the supply chain factor, what you guys are doing to work through it anyway, but you also have the help of local health departments involved in the festival this year too?
Yeah, of course. I actually think that I heard that someone will be administering vaccines and taking temperature checks, not like for every single person that walks in, but it's voluntary. Like if you want to do that, we encourage social distancing and wearing a mask if that's what makes you feel comfortable, but it is an outdoor event. So you don't have to do that stuff.
Casey, thank you so much. We're happy, that you were able to join us this morning, and we're happy that the festival has come back. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We'll see you there.
Harvest Homecoming Festival events are happening already. The street side booths and vendors are going to be set up next weekend from October 7th through the 9th. And there's so much happening between now and then. So we have that full schedule of events and so much more information. All you have to do is visit harvesthomecoming.com.